All right, before we start today's video, I just want to ask you guys, if this update comes through, if you're a killer main, if this update comes through, are you going to quit playing Dead by Daylight? Are you going to move to the S tier killers, A tier killers? What are you going to do? You're going to move to Survivor and play that exclusively? What is your plan of attack? As for me, I'm going to still play killer, but I already know I'm going to have to use the AS tier killers. The pallet density update was enough to kill the low tier killers. If you watch the clown guy play against quiet kills and all that, you understand the pain and suffering he went through in those gameplays. Now imagine it being worse, right? Well, actually he was in the PTB playing that. So he had the pallets, plus he had all the new features that are coming, and it was just very hard for him to compete. So that's my question for you guys. Let me know in the comments what your plan is, or is everybody overreacting? Do survivors deserve all this extra help, or should they get better? Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is my idea on how they should fix Dead by Daylight, man. And it's something I've said over the course of maybe a year and a half. Hens thought it was a good idea when he did a reaction video when I brought it up, and I added something to it, man. So first off, what I want to talk to you guys about how I would fix tunneling, camping, and slugging overnight, literally overnight, bro. Okay, and this is all you have to do. You include a bounty system into the game. You remove all this anti stuff, right? You can keep anti face cap. We'll give you that. But all the other anti stuff like anti 3gen, anti tunneling, anti all that, right? You can take it away. And the reason I say that is because, and some of you may disagree, it could be a hot take, but camping, tunneling, and slugging are necessary evils. And even with those things in place, the game was still growing. Now, with the mention of all this anti stuff, the game has plateaued and it's flat. Bro, if you would have just ignored it, inserted a bounty system, the game would still be growing. Now, what's the bounty system? All right, so unique hooks. Whenever you, a bounty will pop up on your screen in game. Okay, I wish I could do visuals for you guys, man. There's other creators that could probably take what I'm saying, make a video and do all the graphics and stuff, right? And I give permission to anyone to do that, okay? A bounty system. When you hook a survivor, a bounty pops up. Now, I don't know whether they should make it to where you accept it, like you have to accept the bounty, or just flat out just pops up. I would make it to where it just pops up. And in that bounty, the survivor with the least chase time, the aura or a killer instinct will pop up for so many seconds. That'll invite the chase, okay? A chase will happen, a chase will take place. There will be a time. You have to down the survivor within a certain amount of time to claim your bounty, okay? Now, what would be the bounty? So let's just say you're playing a trapper, okay? Maybe when you get the hook, you execute a bounty and then down that survivor, you get for like 30 seconds, you'll get progression slowed down to like 15% for 30 seconds, right? Or the next gen you kick within 30 seconds will regress at like 20% or something like that. Something that's like, it just keeps changing. Or you get to see all four survivor's auras for 10 seconds, right? Something like that to that effect. Or you get haste. There's so many things that you can do. And on the survivor side, you can give them contracts to where they can do stuff as survivors, right? Cleanse a totem, knock out a ruin, or knock out something like that. Save so many survivors in one match, right? And I would make it difficult just so it's more challenging, more rewarding. And what they do is you do weekly. So as long as you do the weekly contracts, it'd be like 50, 75, there will be a reward that's paid out to survivors and killers like on the following Monday or Tuesday. And it's got to be high. So like you do 50 contracts, right? You complete them and you get like 750K blood points, 500,000, bro, even a mil, something like that, bro. Reward everybody, right? For incentivizing using the bounty system, make it worth it. On top of that, people can play for badges. They can play for skins. You can put skins up there. You could have like this weekly bounty, like once a month, bro. The weekly bounty, it'll be like 75 contracts to make it a little difficult, but at the end of that you get the BP plus like a skin, maybe a rare skin for this survivor or this killer. You get what I'm saying? I think that would make the game healthy overnight, bro. It's all you gotta do. Just implement it, put it there. Now on the flip side, for survivors, I think they should implement a point system perks that are considered OP and they can use their consultants for this, bro, right? Like Dead Hard, Finesse, like all the tough perks will be worth more points than like something else, right? Something that you're really not going to use that much. And you're only allotted so many points. So let's just say you're allotted 10 points, right? And you can even add them to like add-ons, eerie add-ons and stuff like that to make them like, so like a brand new part will be like 3 points or 2 points, right? And then if you use a Dead Hard, that's 5 points. Now you're only left with like 3 points because you're using a heavy build. Now that's just the example. I'm not saying, oh, look at it, he's already trying to cheat us out of. No. You have to figure out the math behind it and what's valid at what. The consultants can go in there and tell you, hey, this combo is the meta stuff. This is like 15 points. You won't be able to use this build because it requires too much, right? So everything will be categorized. Now back to the killer side. Each killer, depending on how strong they are, right? Their base kit has to be different. So like a kick Jin from a trapper is not the same from a blight. These guys, you got to be able to bring them up to speed with the game progress and game speed, because right now the way it is, these killers cannot compete at the high level with what they're giving at all. There's just mathematically impossible. There's not enough game time. If a team brings brand new parts, hyper focus, deja vu, these killers have no shot against a good team, and that's just the way it is. So implementing the point system for the survivors, I think will make it healthy. You can even implement where it would be a little more complex, but you can make it to where survivors can't use the same perks. Only one dead heart in the lobby. But I feel like that would be like a ban system or something like that would probably be a little too, you know how survivors are, bro. Okay, they're emotions. I don't want to sound disrespectful to the survivor side, but there are a lot of survivors that are emotional and they won't like it. So there will be, but I think the point system will be fair for everybody because it'll give you the opportunity to pick what you want, right? This is what I want to run. This I think is good. It's real good right here. So you can have a nice, well-rounded build. You get what I'm saying? But they'd have to be categorized in each perks. You'll have to know the value of all perks, man. So to make a really good combination. Now, if you want to go deeper than that, right? And some people disagree with this part because with the contracts, you can include tokens, okay? And then you gather so many tokens and then there's like a treasure box or a chest that you spend tokens to open and you get random, right? You can get like very, very rare, like a BP, very rare, a skin, stuff like that. And then you can just keep making banners. You can make badge, whatever you want to do. It's open, right? Open for ideas. But you can pull people in and keep them addicted with that. Not require any money to buy tokens. This is just all in-game currency. You can add that to the game. But the bounty system will be the foundation of removing tunneling, camping, slugging. Now, what if people choose to just do it anyway? I say, like I said, it's a necessary evil to win the game. If they forfeit the bounty, they don't get the BP. They don't get all that extra stuff. They lost the bounty. Okay, so you have to find a way to make the bounties stretch for a week. Not make them too easy to get. You have to make it require work, man. So you'll really put the pressure on killers to not tunnel and stuff like that. I say the killers that want to win are gonna, no matter what system you put in it, they're gonna do what they gotta do. You get what I'm saying? They're going to do what they got to do. But if you incentivize them with bounty systems and rewards at the end of the week, people are going to grind for that. Most people, like tunneling, it'll, like I said, it'll go away pretty much overnight for the most part. You'll have like 1 out of every 60 matches. Someone who just wants to win, right? That frustrated guy who's tired of losing and stuff like that. The alternative to a bounty system, and a lot of people might not like this, I feel like the killer mans would all agree. If you don't want to do a bounty system, all you have to do is grant us a lot of BP for unique hooks, bro. And you can even keep the gold tick that you guys were promoting in that live stream. We don't really care about the golden tick, but I'm talking like 20, 25K per unique hook stackable. People will do that every match and you will never have to deal with tunneling again, bro. Bro, I would do that every match. And this is all coming from a killer main perspective that plays to win at every level. Like, I will tunnel camp and slug you, bro. Okay, I will tunnel you to win, bro. I'm telling you right now, I will. But if you put 25K BP in front of my face, bro, if you do that, how am I going to say no? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to say no? It just feels illogical, irresponsible. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I feel like I win this match, by the way. Don't worry about that. I dominate these peasants. Anyway, let me know what you think of my system. And what I want you guys to do is, before you, oh, that's not gonna work with blah, 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 blah. Try to take what I'm giving you and try to make it better. Other content creators, take my idea, find ways to make it better. Don't just be like, oh, that's just a bad idea. The hell is he talking about? I'm out of here. Reporting him for tunneling. Right? Instead of doing that, bro, just take my idea, man. I'm telling you guys, it is a brilliant idea and it will save the game. Someone share this with a dev, bro. This is coming from a killer, man, that will tunnel you, bro. I'll do it on live stream. I'll do it for videos. I'm gonna do it because I gotta win. So I'm telling you, bro. You know, I'm pouring my heart out for it, man. Might cry right after I end the video. I don't know. Drop a like on today's video if you don't mind. Let me know what you think in the comments. Love y'all, man. Peace.